Welcome you all to understand Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. Today's chapter of discussion is Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. It is chapter 16, the divine and demonic natures. Before we begin with, you are able to hear my voice, Matajas? You can unmute also, right? Can you please check once?
Yes, clearly.
Hare Krishna. Let's begin the class for today's Mangalacharan. Om Agnanatimirandhasya Gnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे सर्वं कृष्णार्पणमस्तु. Let's start today's class. Today, I would like to continue with chapter 17 also. Both chapter 16 and chapter 17 are quite small. Let's try to finish it today. Okay. Before we start with chapter 16, let's summarize what we learned in chapter 14 and chapter 15. Chapter 14, name is Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, the three modes of material nature. What did we understand? We understood that the three modes of material nature conditions the soul, right? Once it conditions the soul, there are some effects of conditioning, isn't it? So sattva binds with what? Sattva binds a living entity with what? Anybody remembers? Sattva binds with happiness. And Rajas binds the living entity with attachment. Tamas binds with illusion, madness, right? We also understood the transmigration of the soul. A person dying in Sattva attains what type of planets? Is it upper, middle, earth, lower, animal kingdom?
Higher planets.
Higher planets, okay. A person dying in Rajas, where will he go? Upper, earth, lower, animal kingdom? Or the place where fruitive activity is taking place, where does he go?
This earth where material enjoyment is.
So he comes back to the earth planets where natural activities or fruitive activities are taking place. A person dying in Tamas, where will he go?
Animal kingdom.
Animal kingdom or lower planets, depending upon what planets. Okay. Then we understood how to transcend these modes. How to transcend these modes, Matajas? What's the only way out?
Try to attain Shuddha Sattva stage by engaging in devotional service to the Lord.
Yes, perfect, Mataji. By engaging in devotional service and taking the shelter of spiritual master, we can definitely transcend this modes and attain the Shuddha Sattva stage. Perfect. Then moving on to chapter 15. The chapter 15 is the yoga of the Supreme Person, the Purushottama Yoga. Here we learned the material world is compared to an inverted banyan tree. The roots were, how the roots were positioned? Was it upward, downward? How was it? How the roots were?
On the upper side.
Yes, the roots were upwards and the branch were downwards because this banyan tree is a reflection of what you see in the spiritual world. So, Urvamulam, Adah Shakam. The leaves are dash. What are leaves representing in that material world tree?
Vedas.
Perfect. So,
Vedic.
Yes, Mataji. So,
Chandamsi.
Chandams. Perfect. Vedic hymn. So it gives the knowledge about how to reach to the spiritual world or Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then Krishna explained the spiritual world. How does he explain? How did he beautify the spiritual world? What is not there?
Artificial light.
Yes. There is no sun, there is no moon, there is no electricity. Na tad bhashayate suryo, na shashanko, na pavakaha. Because why? Why there is no sun, moon, electricity there? Is there darkness in the spiritual world?
Bhagavan himself is the light.
Perfect. Yes, Mataji. The God is self-illuminated. His illumination is sufficient to light up the entire spiritual world. So next we learned how Krishna is sustaining the life. He is the dash in digestion, dash of digestion in all living beings. What is it?
Vaivashnara.
Yes, he is the fire of digestion. Living beings. Then he is Matta Smriti Gnanam Apohanam Cha. He said, I am the memory, I am the knowledge, forgetfulness also. So that is the beauty, because we forget what happened. So we are able to come over that grief, isn't it? So forgetful is also a blessing actually. Then he explained two types of being. One is Kshara, Akshara, fallible, infallible. Where are the fallible living beings seen? Is it in spiritual world or material world?
Material world.
Perfect. Material world, because Kshara means fallible. They fall down from their original position. It's like we are very conditioned because they are under the control of three modes. They fall down from their original position. Then they fall into the cycle of birth and death. What Akshara it is? Liberated soul. They are beyond material nature and they are seen in the spiritual world. Then Krishna said, if he knows him, then the person knows everything. Isn't it perfect? Now we are trying to know Krishna through Bhagavad Gita. Then once we know, that means we know everything. There is nothing remaining to know. So coming to the chapter 16 now. So the chapter 16 name is Asura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. Daiva, Asura, Sampad. Sampad is like you can call a Sampatti, asset. Vibhaga, again it is differentiation. Yoga. Daiva, Asura. Daiva means divine nature. Asura means demonic nature. If you have any qualities which are very divine, then it means that you have Daiva Sampatti. If you have demonic nature in you, demonic qualities in you, then it means you have Asura Sampatti. Clear? This Daiva, Asura, Sampatti, where can you find? Is it in spiritual world or material world?
Spiritual world.
Where, Mataji? Daiva and Asura Sampatti, where can you find?
Daiva and spiritual world. Asura in the material world.
Yes. So in material world, you can see Daiva and Asura Sampatti, both, Mataji. That's why, what to say, there is dualities in material world. All transcendental qualities are in the spiritual world, divine qualities and spiritual and demonic qualities are found in material world. So we understand from this chapter name itself that Krishna is trying to explain more about the material world now. He is telling you find people who are qualities who are divine in nature. They are called as Daiva Sampatti and Asura Sampatti, the demonic qualities also, and they are called as Asura Sampatti. So he is trying to differentiate the qualities into divine and Asura demonic qualities. Clear, Matajas? So spiritual world is free from dualities. So now complete this chapter is on the explanation of the material world only. Okay, let's begin with this. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy, and from the passion for honor, these transcendental qualities. He finished everything. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. There are 3 shlokas, one after the other. Krishna started and he finished. He said, these are the divine qualities. Arjuna, how come we finished the chapter so soon, isn't it? So, see, why Krishna is telling only, he finished this divine nature in 3, and the rest of the entire chapter, no, he explains more on the demonic nature. Why do you think there is a change in explanation here? Why only few shlokas for divine nature? Any idea? I mean, it can be a far off thinking, it's out of box thinking. Why did he finish only 3 shloka for divine qualities and for rest so many shlokas for demonic qualities?
So on life, in life, you sometimes won't be able to understand or find out the difference between demonic and or not. Hence, he want to describe much more uh, properly and accurately, so that everyone can easily relate and correlate when the life is on with us.
Yes, Mataji, perfect. Now we are trying to identify ourselves, where we stand, right? Where we stand. Where we stand in this material. See, this material world is like a, what to say, a jail. No, we came here because we committed some mistake. We were envious of devotees of Krishna or Krishna. So he sent us this material world through the birth. He said in the last class itself, by birth they are sent in this material world by me. I am the seed-giving father. So we have to know where exactly we stand in this demonic qualities. Divine qualities are pure in nature. Definitely all these are good to have, very good to have. But for demonic, because we are in this material world, no, it's a place of reformation. We have come here to reform ourselves. So if we have to reform ourselves, we need to know what all qualities we possess and what all qualities we have to overcome to come out of the, to transcend the modes of material nature. So where is this book of Bhagavad Gita being distributed in this material world, no? So then we have to address more on the demonic qualities, isn't it? So there are, we have to address more for demonic people than divine people. If the demonic people are able to refine themselves, then definitely the purpose is well established. And the beauty of this 3 shlokas, no, Mataji, the beauty is also very nice. See, this also shloka is based on varnas. First, you see fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge. These are for the sannyasis. See, all these qualities are good to have for everybody, But for few varnas, no, it should must have. Clear? Few varnas it should must have. Why? See, for sannyasis, there should be fearlessness. Why? Because they have to move around across the world, okay? And they have to preach the glories of Krishna. If they are fearful to travel, then how can they preach Krishna's word to the entire world? So, abhayam, fearlessness, purification of one's existence. Yes, they have taken up sannyasa to purify themselves. Then they have to cultivate knowledge. Cultivate knowledge. Why? Because the one, only when they understand Shastra, then only they can preach. Isn't it? So, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge is a must for sannyasis. Especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no, he specified or he stressed more on purification of one's existence, that is sattva samsiddhi. He said you should follow all the rules and regulations. Yeah. And even he himself followed personally very strictly. Yeah. He forbidden intimate association and everything. Okay. He was very strict in this. So the first 3 qualities are meant for the sannyasis. Yeah. Then what is next? Charity. Charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice. Okay. Charity, self-control, performance of the sacrifice. See, charity is very much required, no? Why? Because who is best suited for this? This is best suited for grihasthas, isn't it? Grihasthas are only people who are making money. They have to support the other three varnas. Brahmacharis are not earning because they are busy studying the scriptures, and vanaprasthas, they are old enough. Clear? So the rest, the sannyasis are not making money. So they have to, they are generating, they are the economic people who are seeking welfare for other three varnas. So self-control, definitely they should have clear self-control. Okay, because they should use sex life only to beget children and to for Krishna consciousness children. Yeah, to beget a Krishna conscious child so that they can give culture and everything for them. And they have to perform and sacrifice, isn't it? This requires lot of material resources. And we understood that the best yajna for Kali Yuga is Sankirtana Yajna, which is most inexpensive and highly beneficial. Clear? So first three is for sannyasis, the next three is for grihasthas. The next, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness. Austerity is for who? Who should perform austerity? Vanaprasthas, right? So the human life is meant for liberation, isn't it? For that, austerity is a must. So everybody in their life, no, they have to retire from their household life at least 50 years of their age, so they can perform austerity. Austerity is tapasya. Tapasya can be done by mind, body, and tongue. That we will understand slowly. Okay. Then we have renunciation. What is that next? Simplicity, non-violence, and truthfulness, freedom from anger. These are best suited for brahmacharyas. Isn't it? There have to be simplicity. There should not be any duplicity. There should be straightforward. There should be ahimsa. They should not hurt others verbally, physically, emotionally, truthful. They have to be satyam. They should not, because brahmacharis are the one who are learning the information. If they are not truthful, no, there are every chances that they tweak the meaning of the Vedas and misinterpret the Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? So they have to be truthful. Clear? And Vedic study, Swadhyayaya, it is very much necessary for them. Clear? And the rest of the qualities, no, it can be distributed through the rest. Okay, these are the must to have for a 4 varnas, that is Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Sannyasa, and Vanaprastha. So here finishes the divine qualities. Now we will start the demonic qualities. Dhambodhasko abhimanam cha krodhastarusham evacha agnanam cha bijatasya partha sampadam asurim. Is telling arrogance, pride, anger, conceit, harshness, ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature. See how the elephant is behaving. It is behaving like a mad person. No, it's no person. For no reason, it is hurting. Just because it has gone mad, it is creating a walk to the surrounding. Don't you think so? Demonic people, no, when they are disturbed, they create disturbance to the entire world. You have observed it, isn't it? If they are disturbed, that means the whole family will be disturbed. Everybody will not be having peace of mind. So these are the qualities of demonic people: arrogance, pride, anger, conceit, harshness, and ignorance. Daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhaya suri mata mashucha sampadam daivim abhijato asi pandava. The transcendental qualities are conducive for liberation. See, they are offering obeisance unto the Lord. They have accepted the supremacy of the Lord. So this is conducive. If you take up this path, this is conducive to liberation. But what causes bondage? Because demonic nature, the demonic qualities causes bondage. But he is assuring, do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with divine qualities. See, he doesn't want to give a little bit of pain to Arjuna also. When he says it's liberation, it is conducive to liberation, it's difficult for liberation, then he's thinking on the behalf of Arjuna also. So he doesn't want to create any kind of tension to him. He clarifies this, O son of Pandu, you are born with divine qualities, so you don't have to worry. O son of Partha, in this world, there are 2 kinds of created beings. One is called divine, other is called demonic. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demonic. See what we can see here. One is praying. One is in office, be busily working, and one is occupied entirely in family, and one is busy like a scientist, philanthropist. One is an atheist, full of pride, ego. They are carrying a baggage. Yeah. So you can see both kind of people in this material world. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha. Vidur asuraha. Na shaucham na pishacharo. Na satyam teshu vidyate. Those who are demonic do not know what is to be done, what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. Pravrittim, nivrittim. Pravrittim means what is to be done, engagement. Pravrittim is engagement, nivrittim is coming out of the engagement. So it is pravrittim, nivrittim, what is to be done, what is not to be done. So demonic people, can they make out what is right, what is wrong? No, right? They work whimsically. Whatever comes to their mind, they are acting. Isn't it? See how they are drinking. Nowadays, drinking is a must in all the parties, no? Isn't it? Office party, home party, any party. If you are not drinking, that is not, you are not socializing well enough. This is the quality of Kali Yuga people, no? If they are sad, go drink. If they are happy, go drink. They are not able to manage, control their emotions. And after that, what will happen? They'll drink. They will lie on the road, or they come back home uncleanly. There is no proper behavior. When they are drunk, do you think they are speaking truth? No, right? So there is no Shaucham, there is no Satyam. Whatever we learn for Dvina qualities, here it is na Shaucham, na Satyam. So thus opposite of the divine qualities are the demonic qualities, what is mentioned here. So we need to be careful with what kind of people we associate, isn't it? The birds of similar feathers, they flock with each other. You remember? If you associate with the people, drunkard people, then you'll also become a drunkard because your senses are getting attracted. They feel like, oh, there is something, pleasure is something here, even I want to enjoy. So you'll get into a drunkard. If you associate with a devotee, then you'll come up with all divine qualities. That is the power of association. Okay, that is the power of association. I have heard this so many times, Mother. If you don't drink, it is socializing, and people don't call you also for the parties. They say, yeah, it was a drinking party. I know that you don't drink in that way. It's also good only. No worries. Asatyam apratishtam te jagad ahur anishwaram. Anishwaram. Remember this. Anishwaram. There is no Ishwara, no controller. Aparaspara sambhutam kim anyat kama haitukam. They say that this world is unreal, that there is no foundation, that there is no God in control. It is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. Do you think it is whatever they are saying is real? This is a proud atheistic behavior, isn't it? He doesn't think that this whole world, what he is seeing from his eyes, is real. According to him, unreal. It has just come down for his gratification only. So he owns everything. It is like he behaves like a thief, isn't it? He is living on the maintenance of somebody, and on return he will blame that you are not giving me matal, you are not sustaining me. I am sustaining on myself. There is nothing like controller, Anishwaram. There is no controller here. I am here to enjoy. I am here to do whatever I want. What is driving them? It's the lust that is driving them. Lust means what? Fully focused on their own sense gratification. Nothing matters for them. What other people think, what other people want, they doesn't care about it. What is the best example? You have seen Shishupala, no? Yeah, Shishupala and Dantavatra. They are all feel that they are in their own world. They are the boss. They do not approve of supreme authority. They say that there is no supreme thing existing. They always believe in personal enjoyment. What is accountable is personal enjoyment. Am I happy here? I have something to do with them, then only I'll talk. If I am happy here, if I can do what I want to do, then only they decide what is wrong, what is right, based on their personal convenience. If it is not convenient to them, they immediately change. They immediately change their dialogue. Why? Because They don't follow any scripture, isn't it? If we follow scripture, then we make a reference, okay, in scripture they have told like this I should follow. We fix to it. We commit to it. But for people who are lust driven, they will not fix on one thing. Today they will come up with one dialogue, tomorrow with other dialogue. Very easily they keep changing their tone, their tongue, the words, whatever they say. No, there's hardly any truth lying in their dialogue. Hardly any truth. So this is the proud atheist. If you remember, Matajis, in previous class, we discussed about 4 types of people they don't surrender. Yeah, that is Maya, Pratagana, then Moodha, then Naradhamaha. So all those people who don't surrender to God, no, they are discussed here indeed. Proud atheist is nothing but Maya, Aparitagrana. Clear? Naradhamaha, Maya, Prutagnana, all those are discussed in this in detail. What will happen? What is their destiny in future? How do they interact in this material world? What is their destiny is all discussed in this chapter. Following such conclusion, the demonic who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. See, if there is one atheistic, no, is okay. If there are more atheistic, even everybody will start fighting among themselves, isn't it? If there are few bad people, many good people, then you won't mind. I mean, it will not have that much effect. But if everybody start thinking like an atheist, if they think that I have no controller, what will happen? Havoc, no? That is what they are telling. It is creating havoc and it is destroying the whole world because their intelligence is engaged in what? In destroying the world for bad purpose. Instead of creating a weapon to wipe out of the life, they should use their intelligence to include themselves so that it is beneficial for the welfare of the whole world. They are creating a nuclear weapon one after the other. For what purpose? For what purpose? The whole purpose, no, here, how to say, there is controller is missing. Imagine you're in a school, you're a teacher of the classroom. The moment your teacher walks out of the classroom, now what will happen? Kids will play, throw rubber, paper, rocket, whatever they want, they do. But once a teacher comes in, so how do they behave? Well behaved, well disciplined, right? The same case with the atheist. Atheists, they don't have a controller. They do not fear anybody. Their intelligence is used in wrong direction. So what do? They are lost. The entire class is atheist means what will happen? Everybody is working for their own gratification. Nobody cares for nobody. What they want, they want. If they want something from others' place, they want. Because they don't know that doesn't belong to them. They are not entitled to entertain. No. See, there is a beautiful shloka in Isopanishad which says, Ishavasyamidam sarvam yatkena jagatyam jagatyana taktena bhunjita mahura kaschit svedhanam. It clearly says it is Ish. The Krishna is at the center. He is the proprietor of the entire world. He is the controller of the entire world. Okay. And because he's a sustainer, he gives a portion of the quota to each living entity to enjoy. And this living entity should be satisfied with whatever quota he has received, and it should not worry about the other people's quota because he should know to whom they belong to. The moment this knowledge of Ishavasya principle prevails in this entire world, no, this war will never happen. This war will never happen because they don't know the proprietor is Krishna. There is one controller who is controlling, to whom they are responsible to reply. There is a witness sitting in you. There is a witness, Paramatma, who is watching you, counting all your mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I'm counting. Don't worry. He is doing that job. He is good at the job. But what kind of job you are engaged in? Destruction. See, before Mahabharata war and all, no, how it was happening, they used to declare and they used to discuss among them so that if there is Sandhi, then they can happen with Sandhi and settle. If they do not agree for that, they end up for a war. In that war also, there's a particular time to start and particular time to end. Only when both the parties agree, then only they do it. And they don't end up killing the innocent female, innocent child. They come on the common ground for fighting purpose only. They do it, they finish it, Then once everything is over, it's gone. And even the king, minister, whoever has decided to start the war, no, they are also participating. They are not sitting at somewhere safe place and they are watching. No, they are also participating in the war. But today's war, what is happening? They can send a bomb, nuclear bomb, any time the day, night, day, anyway. Even they can bombard the house. Children are affected. Health is affected. There is no food to feed. This kind of war, no, it should be immediately stopped. Why? Because they feel that they want everything to enjoy. They are not satisfied with what they want. Okay. So this is the basics, Mataji. This is the basic. Okay. The demonic taking shelter of insatiable lust, pride, false prestige, and being thus illusion are always sworn to unclean work and attracted by the impermanent. So how do they relax? They will relax in some temporary results only, They get into this 4 kind of thing. And ISKCON completely rejects this kind of things. They have strict regulation. They said no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating. If you want to become a devotee of ISKCON, then you have to follow this regulatory principles compulsorily. Even coffee and tea, they consider it as an intoxication. See how much intoxication caffeine component can have in coffee. But still, they are very clear. Even 1% of caffeine content which causes intoxication should be strictly prohibited. So only then you can climb up the ladder of divine qualities. You have to come out of this means you have to control on your habits. So this regulation is highly very important. They believe that to gratify the senses unto the end of life is a prime necessity of human civilization, isn't it? They feel like this is the only life they are living. They have to enjoy everything in this life. Whether kal ho na ho, today I will enjoy. Kal ho na ho, today I will enjoy. They are not worried about the future. What they are worried is, today, am I enjoying the best? If they see their friend, they are enjoying better than you, again, lust, greed, pride, everything. Oh, I am not able to enjoy that, then I have to enjoy that. What should I do to that? How should I manage? How should I handle that person? How do I do that? How do I get to that position? The mind is always busy with this insatiable lust. Thus, there is no end to their anxiety. Correct. When there is lust, there is anxiety. Being bonded by hundreds and thousands of desires, by lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. See, they end up, just because they are running short of money for sense gratification, they end up doing illegal means also for earning the money. How right it is? Are you earning money for your family, for your family welfare, or no? No, for your sense gratification. You can make, the thing is, you'll reach a mindset that whatever it is, I want to enjoy. I have to steal, borrow, whatever I want to do, I will do it, but I have to enjoy. I have to be the best in the enjoyment. Do you think there is any limit for enjoyment? No. Today you have this limit, that tomorrow you'll have one more. Today you have 2 cars, tomorrow you'll have 3 cars. Oh, I want one more car. Okay. Next day you want one more bungalow. You have 2 houses. Next day you have 3 houses. Then you will say, oh, if I get rent, I can spend more money on all this. I can live more happily. She has 1 house. I should definitely have 3 houses. If he has this one in this earning, then I have to definitely have that. Why? Why is that lust? Because it is self-centered. Self-centered. See, lust, greed and anger. Lust, greed and anger. They are the main persons, culprit here, okay? Lust means what? When the sense objects come together, there is some kind of attachment. The ayato vishya pumsa vish. You understand that thing, no? So when there is attachment, when the attachment gets stronger, there will be a lust. Lust, like you have to want it. If the lust is satisfied, then it will become greed. If the lust is not satisfied, it will become anger. So if you can cut down the culprit at the first stage of the lust, then you can come out of this confusion. You can come out of this anxiety. You can come out of this insatiable lust. Why? Because you are cutting down the lust there itself. So how to convert this lust into prema? I'll tell you, there is one. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a saying, no? If you are lust, is satisfying your own sentences, no? That is called as lust. That is, if you are kama, if you are atmendriya priti vancha tare bali kama, krishnendriya priti icha dare prema nama. Lust is not bad, okay? Lust is not at all bad. But if you are always thinking about ourselves, okay, slowly, we become servant to the lust. So somehow we have to convert this lust to prema in Krishna in center. So how we do? Krishnendriya Prita Icha. We should always desire to fulfill the sense gratification for Krishna, not for us, because we are the servant of Krishna. In this way, the lust gradually changes to prema. Okay, this is how you break down the culprit here. The demonic persons think, so much wealth do I have today, I will gain more according to my schemes. Who is the best example here? Duryodhana, isn't it? He said, he is the owner of kingdom. If he gives away the 5 villages to Pandavas, no, then it is a loss to him. I will want more. How can I give it? How can I give it back? So he quickly said, no, I'm not ready to give 5 villages to Pandavas. So they ended up fighting this Kurukshetra. Correct? So much is mine now, it will increase in future more and more. This is our contemplation. This is what our mind is always thinking. He is my enemy. I have killed him. And my other enemy will also be killed. Clear? Who is the best example? Here it is Kamsa. He said, I killed Devaki children, okay? Now I will send Putana. I will send Agasura. Now if Krishna is also killed, then I am safe. Then, next what? I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect. I am powerful. I am happy. Clear? Who is the best example here is Ravana, Hiranyakashipu. They got the benediction from the Brahma and Shiva, right? Respectively. Ravana got it from Shiva, whatever riches, because he was a pure devotee. He's a devotee, but his intelligence is involved, engaged in wrong things. So they said, now Vishnu is not the Lord, I am the Lord. You have to praise me. You have to sing the glories of me. Only then, because I'm the one who are sustaining you people. I'm the one who is supplying all the materials required for your life. That is how Hiranyakashipu was behaving, isn't it? I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none powerful and happy as I am. See, this is what he wants. Demonic people, no, he doesn't want other people to be happy. He always compares his happiness with others. Only if he feels that he is more happy, powerful than the other, then he is achieved. Then he is peace. But still, the lust won't stop here. It will continue. Then how will continue? He is telling, I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity. Thus, I shall rejoice. How does he do sacrifices? Is the sacrifice a normal sacrifice done in pure mode of goodness? No, right? There is some high expectation for the Lord. He is performing sacrifice here also for his own sense gratification. To become more powerful, I will do some charity. I will do sacrifice. After that, what I will do? I shall rejoice. I will be happy. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance, agnana. They have knowledge, but still they are full of agnana. Thus, perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusions, one becomes too strongly attached to sense enjoyment. And where does he go? Falls down into hell. This is called sad part of life. Bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger, the demon becomes envious. What will happen next? Who is more powerful? He compared with his next colleague, neighbor, his competitor. Okay, everything done. Now he has reached the highest position. Next, what will happen? He will become envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself because he is all powerful. So bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger, the demon becomes envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in his own body. Where is the Supreme Personality? In his own body. If Paramatma is not there, there is no else. Yeah, but still, what he does? He blasphemes against the real religion. He doesn't surrender. He blasphemes against the real religion. So now, these demonic living entities are envious of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, Supreme Personality of Godhead comes in action. What does the Supreme Personality of Godhead does? Those who are envious and mischievous, yeah, who are lowest among men, lowest Nara Adamaha, they are cast by me into ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. Krishna doesn't like anybody who is envious of him or his devotees. That's the reason we have come here into this material world. Huh? If after coming here also we are not reforming, what will happen? Our punishment will be increased, isn't it? If you are not well behaved in the jail, so what will the jailer do? He will put you into dungeon. There is no light, there is no food. Huh? There is nothing there. So such people who are envious, mischievous, Naradamaha, they are cast by the Lord into the lowest demonic species of life. And what will happen there? They attain repeated birth against amongst the species of demonic life. Such persons can never approach me. So they reach a stage that their conscious level never gets increased. They are going down only. They are sink down to the most abominable type of existence. So they cannot, there is no question of liberation. They are put into hell, darkness. Okay. Trividham narakasyeedham dwaram nashanam atmanah kama krodhastatha lobhas tasmad etatrayam tajet. Krishna is telling there are three gates. There are three gates to the hell. Can you see the three path here? Each path take to the hell only. So which one do you want? Let us not get into any of this hell. Let get a special dwara for Supreme Personality of Godhead directly, right? We will not get into any of these three gates: lust, anger, and greed. As I said, lust is the main culprit here. If lust is satisfied, you will be greedy to get more and more and more. If lust is not satisfied, you will get anger. So if you can if you can cut down this culprit lust here and change this lust into prema, gratification of Krishna, serving the Krishna, then this lust will become prema, and the Lord Supreme Personality of Godhead himself will come to deliver you. Every sane man, see, intelligent man should give up these. This you should give up. The most important thing is lust, anger, and greed. Please remember, if you are unhappy or do something, then if there's something related to anger, something related to this, just try to give this up. Why? If you don't give this up, it will lead to the degradation of the soul. Nobody is under loss. It is we under loss. Our anger is eating us. Our greed is eating us. Our lust is eating us. See, he's trying to go up the ladder, but these three friends are not letting him to go up. He's attracted. He's greedy. He's lusty. He's angry. He's pulled down. Why? This is called the degradation of the soul. The man who has escaped these three gates of hell, O son of Kunti, performs act conducive to self-realization. Okay, he has to come out of these three gates, then he can achieve what? Slowly he will accept the spiritual master. He will study the Veda. He perform austerity. He knows how to control his senses now, and he'll acquire the spiritual knowledge. Final, go back home, back to Godhead, and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. Yashastram vidim utsrujya vartate karatah na sa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. He's telling, now they don't believe in anything. They discuss scriptural injunctions. What will happen to them? What do you expect from them? Here Krishna is clearly telling, but he who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attain neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. For what all purpose he has done, no, he is not attaining. He was doing for supreme happiness. He is not getting happiness. He wants to be perfect in his world. No, he is not perfect. And he wants to supreme destination. That is not at all possible. Already Lord said that if you are envious, I will send you down hell because your soul is degraded. Okay. Then tasmach shastram pramanam te karya akarya. What to be done, what not to be done. You should be well situated. Vyavasthita. Gnatva shastra vidhanoktam karma kartum iharhasi. One should understand what is duty, what is not duty by regulation of scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. So the studies of Vedic scriptures are very necessary because they will provide you as a guidance, the rules and regulation for one to live in this material world. Now we are driving a vehicle in a traffic. So you have some rules set up by the government, isn't it? You have some rules set up by the government. If you do not follow, what will happen? If it is a small crime, they'll give you fine and they will release you. If it is a big crime, you committed a big mistake, what they will do? They'll put you into the jail. That is what is happening with us also. Here in the material world, God has sent the Vedas that you learn the Vedas, learn what all rules and regulations you follow from there and try to reach me. But we say, no, I don't want rules. I have no controller at all. I'm the boss. I will decide the rules. I will not follow Vedas. Then you are definitely punished in this material world. So this ends the chapter 16, Matajis. Any question here? Or shall I go to the next chapter? Are you able to see my screen? Chapter 17, Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. You're able to see, right? Yes, Mataji. This is a short, this may not take more time. I'll quickly finish this chapter too. Yes, you are able to see my screen, right? Okay, well. Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga. Shraddha means faith. Traya is 3. Again 3. Shraddha, Traya 3. Vibhaga division. Yoga. So the divisions of faith. All right. So this is chapter 17. In the last chapter, Krishna says, no, like who reject the scriptures, who do not follow the rules and regulation and act whimsically, will not affect what they will not attain. They will not attain perfection, happiness, or supreme destination. Clear? So Arjuna is wondering, if they do not have faith in Shastra, no, do they still have faith in something? Or what is the nature of their faith? He is curious to know on what basis they are able to do it. So Krishna answers, different people develop different types of faith based on the guna they have acquired. What is the guna they have acquired? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So these guna, what they have acquired, will have the influence on the faith, what they believe. So this is why we have 3 modes of nature. The faith is also of 3 types. They are influenced by mode of goodness, mode of ignorance, mode of passion. In this chapter, in next coming shlokas, no, we will also understand how food, how yagna, dana, tapa are also affected by these 3 modes of nature. Okay. See here. These people, none of them are following in scriptures. Has there any scripture mentioned like you have to put head down, leg up, then only you'll attain supreme destination? How about this person? His head is put into the mud. I don't know what they are trying to achieve, but still I'm ignorant about all this. And how about this Ravana? Sir Ravana. What Sir Ravana is doing here? Huh? See, Ravana is a great devotee, okay? He was a great devotee of Lord Shiva and he performed severe austerities. Believe me, he performed really very severe austerities to please him. But at the same time, what happened? Whatever he got the knowledge from Shiva, he was proud of it. He was proud of his strength. And there he reached a stage wherein he wanted Lord Shiva to reside in Lanka only, not in Kailash. Okay? With the intention in mind, he once went to Mount Kailash and he got attracted to Mount Kailash also. He felt that Mount Kailash is very nice. Then why only Shiva? Let entire Mount Kailash I'll take to Lanka. So both Kailash and Lanka can stay in Lanka and I can worship him directly there. He didn't even approach Shiva. Okay, he didn't even approach Shiva asking like, Shiva, I would like to serve you more. Will you come with me to Lanka? He didn't have any approaching attitude. Instead, what he did, he wanted to show off his strength, show off his proud. He just lifted the Kailash. Okay, he lifted the Kailash. You can see in the picture. He lifted the Kailash and then Mata Parvati and Shiva were in the Kailash. The whole Kailash is shaking. Then Mata Parvati is like, what's happening, Shiva? The whole Kailash is shaking. Then what Lord Shiva does? With the Lord, no, with his tiny toe finger, he presses mountain to break the pride of Ravana. So all of a sudden, the Kailash Parvat becomes heavy, and Ravana will not be able to tolerate. He gets trapped beneath and he sings loudly. He cries out for help. Then Shiva, being, he is like a Bolanath. If anybody cries out for help, he comes running. So he comes and then he relieves him from the pain. And out of that happiness, no, Ravana sings Shiva Thandava Stotra. See, he's so He is so intelligent that he can sing Shiva Thandava Stotra, but he has engaged it in a wrong place because he wants to stay with Shiva. He wants to pray to the Lord. He wants Kailash. Yeah, only he wants, not other person wants. That's the problem here. So here, what they are telling, it is out of pride, ego, lust, attachment. They are impelled by passion. Okay. So they are touching their own bodily organs, isn't it? See, they are torturing their own bodily organs. Forget about others. They are torturing themselves, no? They know the Lord Super Soul is resting in their heart, but still they act like demons. They don't care for it. What they want, they want. So strong is their lust, ego, and egotism. Okay. Foods in the mode of goodness. Mataji, do you agree that what we become what we eat, isn't it? If you eat sattvic food, your mind will become composed, happy. If we eat rajasic food, what is that? We don't reply. we get irritated and then reply. There is no direct reply. We get irritated and reply. If we go tamasic, it will be dumb, lazy. We don't feel like eating. If you eat somewhere heavy, something tamasic food, no, the moment you come home, you'll not feel like doing anything. You feel like, okay, let me go take a nap. I'm so sleepy. I'm not able to concentrate. Because when you have that feeling, it means it's a tamasic food. That is not good for your health. Clear? See, why we are focusing on the food is the senses, no, the senses, 5 senses, Gnanendriya, Karmendriyas, what we have, they act as the input for this desires in the mind, right? So they have direct effect on the mind. Clear? This is clear, right? The Gnanendriyas means what? Knowledge acquiring senses. They bring the knowledge from the outside world into the mind. The mind does something magic. It calculates something, then it will send out the output through Karmendriyas. That is action senses or working senses, right? Eyes, ears, nose, mouth, tongue. It will receive the inputs, impulses. The mind will judge on those impulses, and then it will tell the Karmendriyas to go and work. So if your input to the body is through food, right? Through food. If the food is not good, then how can your karmendriyas, what you expect will be good? If you have a proper signal to a transmitter, then the output will be proper. If it is not good signal, then the output will also be not good. So always we have to see that the food what we are intaking has a good effect on us. So both the karmendriya and gnanendriya should engage in a way so that it acts complete devotion and not for destruction. That is the whole purpose why Krishna is telling about the food in the mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance too. Clear? So here we have, I don't have a slideshow. Okay, let me start a slideshow. Okay, foods in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purifies one's existence. It gives strength, right? The food when you take in the mode of goodness, no, it gives strength, balam, health, arogya, happiness, kushi, satisfaction, trupti, isn't it? The one, if you have all these 4 kind feeling, no, then it is a sattvic food. Such nourishing foods, how can you identify? They are sweety, juicy, fattening, and palatable. Fattening, I understand. Fattening means that doesn't mean the sattvic food you overeat, right? Overeat, don't do the overeating. It should be regulated way. It should be in a regulated way. You take the sattvic food, then it will be good. Then how do you identify? See, this is a sattvic food with the full meals. You have rice papat. This is South Indian meals. We have curd, and you'll get a good fruits meals. Fruit salad is fantastic, and the sweet along with will be fantastic. This whole forms a good sattvic meal. It is so happy, isn't it? It is so happy to see. Pleasing to the eyes also. Other than taste, also it's pleasing to the eyes. So foods that are bitter, too sour. See? Can you see the chili on the tongue? They are taking Cheetos. It is too sour, too spicy, pungent, dry and hot. They are like people in mode of passion. Especially this Pani Puri wala, who all likes Pani Puri. Pani Pura wala will also have that this thing, no? Pani, sweet pani, kara pani. Once for a while, it is always good. It's good. Once for a while, it is always good, but don't make it a habit to eat it every other day because it burns your digestive system, ulcer, then food burning sensation. Your body will not be able to more fire. Your stomach already has enough fire. Why you want to take more fire? Huh? So you need not do. See, whenever you fall sick, no, after eating the spicy food or something, the first thing what doctor suggest is don't take spicy food because we are not meant to take so much of spicy food. This will create unnecessary trouble to our body only. Because of this trouble, no, we will not be able to invest our energy in a right way. See, such foods cause pain, distress, and disease. If we are diseased, we are suffering from digestive problems or something like that, means you have to shift to this sattvic food. And there also you take less spicy food till your body is able to sustain that spiciness. Yeah. Then food cook more than 3 hours before being eaten, which is tasteless, stale, putrid, decomposed, unclean is food liked by the people in mode of ignorance. See here in this picture, you see, the worms are moving. Oh my God. The people in mode of ignorance, they don't care. It is yesterday's food, today's food, tomorrow's food. They just eat because they don't want to cook. Especially, I believe, meat, I think. I have an auntie, my mother usually speaks to her, no, like they have a chit chat. My mother used to have, what did you prepare today? She says that 2 days before I prepared non-veg. So I'll be eating that. Then my mother will be like, it's 2 days old. How can you eat? Then auntie was telling like, no, the longer you keep non-veg, the more tastier it becomes. So such food which is cooked more than 3 hours. 3 hours is so less, isn't it? 3 hours is too small, too less. So such food only the Bhagavad Gita is rejecting. Don't take food after prepared after 3 hours. You just imagine for 3 days, 4 days, they are keeping it in the fridge. They are heating up. They are eating with so much happiness. Then they are happy to eat it also. It's not that they don't want to eat. They are forced to eat. No, they are happy to eat because it is full of taste. Such food is highly decomposed, unclean. That is what Bhagavad Gita is telling. So we should always see what kind of food we take because we become what we eat. This is the cheese, it seems. It's something non-veg cheese. I don't know. I have no idea. Sorry about this. Of sacrifices, that sacrifice performed according to duty and to scriptural rules and with no expectation of reward is of the nature of goodness. Now we finished the food, food in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Now Krishna is telling about the sacrifices, how a sacrifice should be done. What sacrifices comes under the nature of goodness, nature of passion, nature of ignorance. If you are performing the sacrifices out of your prescribed duty, right? You are doing you are thinking that you are doing out of duty. You are helping somebody out of duty, and it is according to the scriptural rules, and you do not expect any reward return. Such a act of sacrifice is in the nature of goodness or the mode of goodness. See, the best one is Japa Mala. You take Japa, chant for 16 rounds, 1 round, 2 round, 3 round. While you are doing Japa, you have no expectation. No, you are just sitting here calmly, pleasantly, just to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Our Guru has said we have an instruction from our Guru saying that you have to chant these many rounds. Then you are doing that out of duty. You are serving your Guru. In turn, you are serving your master. And this is also mentioned in scriptures. The more you chant the name of the Lord, the more the Lord become pleased by your act. So the best sacrifice we can see is Nama Sankirtana Yajna. But that sacrifice performed for some material end or benefit or performed ostentatiously out of pride is of nature of passion, O chief of Bharata. What is the sacrifice done in the nature of passion? See, these yajnas, no? These are karma kandis do. Oh, I want good wife, good children. I have to increase my property. Then I have starting up a business. I want a good vibes. So all those people, karma kandi people, no, having high material expectation, everything related within this material world, such people does yajnas. And such yajnas which are done for their own material benefit or profit without Krishna in the center, they are said to be in the mode of passion. You must have seen many people, no? They send invitation to all people saying that we have this homa, that homa in our house. They will invite so many people only to show off that I have invited so many people, I have given food for so many people, and the return gifts also will be costly. They will say like, whenever you see this, no, you should be able to remember me. And the people there, was a praise the other person, then he's satisfied there only. Huh? When the other people are praising him, he is satisfied. He doesn't care about this yagna is done properly or not, brahmanas have chanted or not. That doesn't matter. Have the people come here, have noticed that I have spent so much of money, I have taken good care of them. All that matters is that only. So this yagnas that are performed for the sake of pride, yes, such yagnas are said to be done in the mode of passion. Then 17.13. And that sacrifice performed in defiance of scriptural injunctions in which no spiritual food is distributed, no hymns are chanted, no remunerations are made to the priest, and which is faithless, that sacrifice is of the nature of ignorance. Isn't it? See, who is this personality in this picture? Who is this personality? Any chat? Yeah, he is Bhasmasura. See, what is he trying to do in this picture? This Bhasmasura, no? He's trying to cut. He sat for meditation, Lord Shiva, okay? He begins to meditate, but Lord Shiva is not pleased. He's not coming. Now he lost his patience. Now he started telling, Shiva, if you don't come, I'll cut my head and I'll put this as an offering to this fire, yagna. So the moment that Bhasmasura told, Shiva will come running. No, no, such things are not allowed. Wait, what is your problem? Then Bhasmasura will say, see, I want a benediction from you. Shiva is like, okay, fine, tell me. Then Bhasmasura will say, see, if I keep my hand on somebody's head, no, they should be turned into ashes. That is my wish. Then Shiva was like, okay, fine. Okay, be it. You have done so much of austerity, yagnas, and everything is done. Okay, let me bless you. He will say Tatastu and he will leave. After some time, Shiva sees that he's following him. Then Shiva will ask, what is it? Why are you following me? Then Bhasmasura will say, see, I doubt. I don't have faith in what you did. See, here he says, no, faithless. I don't have the faith what you said. I would like to test it. Before you leave, no, I would like to test it. Then he will ask, how? Then I will like to place my hand on your head. On the head of Shiva. He wants to place his hand on the head of Shiva and see if that benediction is working or not. Isn't it ignorance? He got the benediction right from Shiva and he is testing on Shiva only. So first is he's cutting his head and putting into the yagna. It is not according to the scriptural injunctions, right? Clear? And he is faithless because he took benediction from Shiva. He has no faith on Shiva. So such people, they are doing everything in the nature of ignorance. They may be sacrificing, but that is out of their mudha. That is agnana. Some yagnas, no, they perform where they do not chant at all. There is no chanting. The people come, they meet, they talk something, they will go. That's all. There is no spiritual food. That is, they are not aradhana. Aradhana, they are not doing to Vishnu. Spiritual food, when it will come? When you give prasadam to the Lord and when you distribute the prasadam to the other people, to the devotees, then it is actual sacrifice. But they don't do like that. They meet. There is no Vedic chants chanted. And then they don't give remunerations to the priest also. They chase them away. Just leave. Kind. So such kind of sacrifices when you are doing, then such kind of sacrifice is said to be in the nature of ignorance. Now next, they speak about austerity. Austerity of the body. Austerity of the speech. Kaya, vacha, manasa. Okay. Devadvija Guru Pragna Puja Nam Shaucha Majavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchate. Austerity of the body. This body, no, it belongs to the Lord, right? We have to do some kind of tapas. Austerity should be done. How it should be done? by worshipping the Supreme Lord. The Brahmanas, the spiritual master, superiors like the father and mother. The mother and father, they are responsible for the creation of this body, right? So we should worship them also. We should worship our spiritual master because they are the one who will help us to deliver us from this material world to the spiritual world. So, as a part of austerity of the body, what you should do? You should maintain cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, ahimsa. We have discussed this while discussing the should use this body in the service of the Lord. So here the devotee is doing Dandavat Pranams to Supreme Personality of Godhead, notifying that, telling that he is completely surrendered unto him. Now this is austerity of speech. How you can perform austerity in speech? It says, Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. Austerity of speech consists in speaking truthfully and beneficially and in avoiding speech that offends. Please note, it is not saying you should speak truth, but along with the truth, your truth, what you are talking, it should be beneficial also. Okay, two friends fighting. You will not go say, see, I have learned from Avita, I should be truthful, I will go I will say the truth. But you should judge the situation what they are in. If you go and interrupt them in that what they were fighting, then what will happen? They will end up their friendship at all. So what you did is not beneficial to them. So you have to choose a right place. You should speak in a way that it is beneficial to others. And at the same time, you should not offend others. You should not hurt the sentiment of others. Your speech should be in that way, calm and composed. You should know where to speak, when to speak, how to speak. So totally you should be truthful, but at the same time, your words should be not offending and it should be beneficial to others. The best way of austerity of speech to engage is to recite the Vedas regularly. You can join the Bhagavad Gita classes or you can join the shloka chanting. No? During the Ekadashi, ISKCON Mangaluru conducts shloka chanting for entire 18 chapters. You can join. You can join and recite the shlokas along with the reciters. And if you are well good enough to chant the shlokas, you can also volunteer to chant that particular chapter. Like chapter wise, no, they allocate one person to chant. So you can enroll yourself for chanting that, and they'll put you into the shloka chanters, and then you can chant that particular chapter during the Ekadashi time. Okay. And serenity, simplicity, gravity, self-control, purity of thoughts, or the austerities of the mind. How your mind, most important, mind, no, it should also be clean. It should be serene, simple. You should come out of its duplicity, gravity. It should have complete self-control. Don't become the servant of the senses, become the master. And purity of thought. What kind of thoughts is coming into your mind, it should be pure enough. So those are the austerities of mind. Then here Krishna says, Shraddhaya paraya taptam tapas tatrividham narai afalankangshibher yukthai satvikam parichakshate. This threefold austerity practiced by men whose aim is not to benefit themselves materially but to please the Lord is of the nature of goodness. See, these people, they are going for Vrindavan Yatra. Even ISKCON Mangaluru conducts many such yatras. I myself have been to Vrindavana Parikrama along with the team. Govardhana Parikrama have been. Mayapur Parikrama have been. It's such a blissful event, I can say. People are engaged in kirtan, they are singing, they are bhajans, and we are visiting all the places, pastimes of the Lord, all the temples we are visiting. We are all together walking. It's such a bliss. But trust me, this parikrama, no, that those days, there is no space for to think about myself, like what I want, what I don't. Just I'm following the flow of the people. Just I'm following the flow. So Krishna is telling, if you are practicing all this, whose aim is not to benefit themselves materially, I don't want materially anything. There is no action here materially motivated. These actions are done to please the Lord, and such is called as nature of goodness. Satkara mana pujartham tapo dhambena chaiva yad kriyate tadiha proktam rajasam chalam adhruvam. those ostentatious penances and austerities which are performed in order to gain respect, honor, reverence are said to be in mode of passion. That was mode of goodness. This is in mode of passion. They are never stable nor permanent. Definitely, whatever you are seeking here, no think that this is sense gratification. This is highly impermanent. This is no permanent. So we should not expect any honor, mana, apamana. We should come out of that mentality of being honored, reverence, and everybody should respect me. Only when we come out of that mohano, then slowly, we'll get de-entangled from the Maya clutches. Muda grahena, Muda graha, Muda grahenatmanaha yat pidaya kriyate tapaha parasyotsadhanartam va tatsamasam udharutam. And those penances, austerities which are performed foolishly by means of obstinate self-torture or to destroy or injure others are said to be in mode of goodness. See, penance and austerities, if you are doing, see this picture, how he is doing, he's hurting himself, no, self-torturing. And at the same time, they may cause, destroy, injure others also during the process. Such persons are said to be in the mode of ignorance. Dattavyam iti yaddanam diyate anupakarine deshakale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smrutam. That gift which is given out of duty at the place, time and at a proper time and place to a worthy person and without expectation of return is considered to be a charity in the mode of goodness. Mataji, please bear with me another 5 minutes. I will wind up the thing. Okay. See, this charity is very important. Okay. Gift means what? Charity. This is a most important factor for today's class. You should remember this should be your take home. Take home and you have to contemplate on this. Here what Krishna is telling, if you are doing a charity, it should be done out of duty. Fine, I am doing out of my duty, correct. But where? The other factors are also important. At the proper time, place to a worthy person. Desha, Kalecha, Patrecha. These three are also important. He's telling you have to donate or if to give to charity to a worthy person. Suppose now there is a beggar coming on the way. He will say, oh, I haven't eaten for 3-4 days. Please give me money. Please give me money. Then out of duty, or you'll say, you'll pity him and you will give him, saying that, okay, anyways, this I'm helping only. No, I'm not torturing him or something. Okay, let him go buy something and eat. But what will he do with that money? Do you know that? Or is sure? Or is sure what is he doing with that money? He may go home, he may hit his wife, that karma has come. Or he may go home, he may fight with the neighbor, that karma will come back. Or he may go home, then he may fall down on the road after drinking and something will happen to him, that karma. Who is responsible for that karma? We are only held responsible for that karma. See, we are not carrying the baggage of goodness there. We are carrying the baggage of that person's karma. So when we are giving charity, we should be very clear to whom we are paying and what is the purpose of the money that you are giving is being spent on. You should give him at the proper time and proper place. So charity, when it is done without expectation of return, it is said to be in the mode of goodness. Please contemplate on it. Just see, whenever you are giving charity, just think it over. Are you giving it to a right person? And is it the money being used in the right cause? Is it a proper time and place to give him? In that way, you contemplate and then give. The best charity you can give is in some temple during the Ekadashi time, a very auspicious time, you can make a donation. In that way, you know that money which you are donating will be used for the right purpose. Or you can give from Annadanam Seva. When the moment you know that it is used in the right purpose, no, then you are carrying the baggage of goodness. Otherwise, you never know if you are helping some other person. You do not know how the money will be spent and what karma is coming behind you. Okay. Then, yattu pratyupakarartam phalam uddhishya va punaha diyate cha pariklishtam taddanam rajasam smrutam. Okay. Here, look at this person. He, in the act of donating and helping somebody, he is taking a selfie. And he wants to post this selfie to show that he is helping so many. He has such a udaramana. Upakaratham. Okay, for the sake of some return. He's taking a selfie, he'll post it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever on the social media, and every 2 minutes he'll go checking. And how many likes did I get? How many people have watched me? See how big-hearted I am. To show off, mainly to show off. So with a desire for footy results or in grudging mode, then such a charity is said to be in mode of passion. Adeshakale yaddanam appatrebhyascha diyate atsat-kritam avagnatam tatstamasam udhavritam. The charity performed at an improper place, time, and given to unworthy person without respect and without contempt is charity in the mode of ignorance. Okay. So what you think goodness, it may become ignorance. So be careful about what you are doing. As example is this, see this person is healthy enough, no, but he's begging. Is another kind of modern begging. He is telling, help me because I need money for weed. So whatever charity you are doing to him is called as a charity. No, right? The charity doesn't have a meaning here. So he's asking money for weed. He wants to get drugs from that money. So whatever drugs he's buying, do you think he'll get good karma? And what is the karma you will carry because you are giving him money? It's a bad karma only. So be sure, be careful when you do some charity. But sacrifices and austerities and charities performed without faith in the Supreme are non-permanent. If there is no faith in the Lord, then whatever you are getting is non-permanent. O son of Pruta, regardless of whatever rites are performed, they are called asat. Asat means not true. What is sat then? Sat is truth and are useless both in this life and the next. See, when we are conducting some sacrifice or Vedas, no Brahmanas always chant Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su. At the end of each chapter, we chant this mantra, no? Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su, Upanishad Su. Why? Because we are surrendering the result. We are connecting whatever action we are performing with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the whole purpose. Om Tat Sat means Om is none other than Krishna. I am three-syllable Om. He said, no, I am Om. Tat means that. Sat is truth. So it is Krishna is the only eternal truth. Okay. This is what we learn in this chapter, like whatever you perform, maybe a sacrifice, austerity, or a charity, at the end, chant the name that I am surrendering all this to the Lord. Om Tat Sat. That is, from the beginning, whatever process I am following till the end, all the results of good or bad, I am surrendering everything at the lotus feet of the Lord. O Lord Krishna, please be merciful. Okay, please be merciful that I have done my duty only. So anything wrong and done, please balance it yourself. You only take care and bless me. So this should be the attitude of our action. So actually, there is one, if you are aware of this Vishnu Purana, no? There also we chant a mantra, na? Kayena vacha manasendriyerva buddhyatmana va prakrute svabhavat karomi yatyat sakalam parasmai narayana yeti samarpayami. This shloka is also present in Bhagavatam. I never understood this meaning of the shloka until I understood this chapter properly. So it is telling that whatever action I perform by kaya, that is body, vacha, speech, manasa, mind, senses, indriya, intellect, buddhi, atma, everything, they are all driven by my prakriti swabhava. That is, they are driven by material nature, that is prakriti. Our actions in total, no, they are not independent. They all are dependent by the influence of Prakriti. Until unless I understood this chapter, no, I could not understand why this. Whenever I chanted that mantra, I felt why Prakriti is coming. Vacha, intelligence is all okay. Why Prakriti is coming? But here it is clearly mentioned that our actions are not independent actions. We are driven by the Prakriti. So whatever I have chanted, whatever austerity, whatever shloka I have performed, there may be mistakes. Okay, there may be mistakes. So don't consider any of the actions that I perform is a mistake because I am not independent. I am dependent on the influence of this material world, material nature, Prakriti. So I surrender all this to you, Narayana, and you please handle the rest. And now, please be merciful on me and bless me. This is what it means. Om Tat Sat. So we can see in Brahmanas chanting. Even my grandmother used to chant Krishnarpanamastu. Whatever she does Krishnarpanamastu. Like whatever you're doing, whatever action perform you're doing, no, it may be charity, helping, something, austerity, whatever it is, sacrifice. She used to Krishnarpanamastu. I was like, what is this Krishnarpanamastu? Then slowly, I got to know, like, whatever you're doing, no, you have to leave it to Krishna. He is the person who will decide what is good, what is bad for you. He is the right person. He is a one who will take welfare of all of us. He is the friend. So leave everything to Krishna. Whenever you do something, just say Om Tat Sati or Krishna Arpanamastu. Make it Krishna center. Bring Krishna into action. Rest everything is taken. This ends this chapter, Matajas. Hare Krishna. Tomorrow we will meet for chapter 18. It's a bit bigger chapter, and thank you for your cooperation. I took some 15 minutes more of regular time. If there is no doubts, we can close the class, Matajas. Hare Krishna, Matajas. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the cooperation. Tomorrow we'll meet for chapter 18. Tomorrow we'll end the class.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. We'll meet tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow it may take some 15 minutes extra, not 1 hour, some 1 hour, 15 minutes, something like that, and we'll close the class for tomorrow. Okay. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Sada Pranamas. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.